Welcome to the Seller Roundtable e-commerce coaching and business strategies with Andy Arnott and Amy Wees.
So speaking of Pinterest, we covered a lot of stuff on Instagram, and that was so helpful. So what about Pinterest? How do you grow a following on Pinterest? And I know it's not an easy answer, but if you had to sum it up.
When they launched it, they really wanted it to be a social media thing. They wanted people to follow each other and like pins and leave comments, and people didn't do it. They would follow each other, but they wouldn't leave the comments and stuff. It just never took off for some reason. So I noticed that older accounts where following each other was pushed by Pinterest itself have lots of followers. So if you have a really old account or you look at really popular boards, those accounts have usually been around for as long as Pinterest has been around. When you start a brand new account, you get hardly any followers. You're like, oh man, this doesn't work. I don't need to be messing with Pinterest. But the beauty of Pinterest is you don't have to have any followers to have your pins be found. It helps, but I mean, you can start getting some traffic right away. So even if it's kind of a slow growth platform, it's definitely still worth doing. And people will follow. We do a lot of following and you get some people follow back, but Pinterest doesn't make it easy. They don't make it very easy for you to see who just followed you like they used to. It used to be a whole column on the newsfeed, and they took that away. So and now they'll randomly send you an email saying, oh, someone just followed you, when really like 50 people just followed you. So they don't make it easy. So, but definitely Pinterest has an algorithm just like anything else. If you're not active on the platform, it will bury your posts. So even if someone searches for the exact search term that you put in as your title, so many other pins are using similar keywords that yours might not show up on the first page. So just kind of, as far as their algorithm goes, it's mostly age of the account, how much activity your account has, how many shares and saves and repins and whatever your account has. The more of that stuff that you have going on, the more likely they are to put your pin higher in the search engine than a different pin with similar keywords.
So I know in the beginning for me, you guys created like 5 different boards for me, and then you started filling those with various pins for my blog posts and products and things like that. Do you recommend that people create boards like that to house their pins?
Yep. And usually what I'll have people do is have a board that's just for your products, but then also have all these topic boards that you can have shared information from all over Pinterest, those repins. And then you also put your products that fit in that category in there as well. Now you have multiple places to pin your pins, and it's okay. Pinterest doesn't like it if you have like tons of pins all going to the same link within a short amount of time. They will like flag your account for spam. But if you're just, say, doing your 5 best products and every 2 months you make a brand new pin for that same product, the same link, that doesn't bother them. So definitely you can make multiple pins for the same product, put them in different boards. You can play with what they look like. It's almost kind of like split testing, because you can make 2 pins that are similar but with like one major difference, and then see which one does better, and then make more pins the one that does better.
I remember you guys created a few pins for me for one of my blog posts. And your freelancer contacted me and said, hey, this pin is really doing well. What I recommend is that you put like an email sign up in the middle of this blog post, because lots of traffic is going to this blog post that was linked to this pin. So it's great because when you go back to Pinterest, you can kind of see how much traction each pin is getting, how many views, how many additional pins it's gotten. So that's a really great thing. You can kind of create 4 different pins and, for the same blog post, but pin them to different boards and make them all look different from a different angle. And for one of them, I remember I was looking on Pinterest today, and it was all about how to hide your cat litter box in plain sight. And it was interesting because one of the pictures that was used was just performing very well. And another one that was a different pin for the same blog post hardly got any traction. So it's a really good tip to make multiple pins for the same product, multiple pins for the same blog post, and just make sure that they each look differently.
Yeah.
And then you get double the SEO too, which is nice.
Yep. Yeah. And if you'll notice, and Google loves Pinterest.
Yes.
I'm actually not exactly sure why, but I guess because they're similar because of all the search engine pieces of Pinterest. But when you look for something on Google, I guarantee you like 5 of the things on the first page of the search results are Pinterest boards.
Mm-hmm.
Google picks up on it really easily. So when I say that, it reminds me, make sure that you have quality SEO rich descriptions on not only your pins, but also your boards.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for live Q&A and bonus content after the recording at SellerRoundtable.com. Sponsored by the ultimate software tool for Amazon sales and growth, SellerSEO.com and AmazingAtHome.com.